So first of all, an election based on what law? Number one. And number two, even if there was, all right, these matters were canvassed before the judge who had the matter. For example, that Augustus is a young man I know, okay? And I'm always ready to talk to him. He's one of us. But he should not allow himself to be used. Because he knows the party he represents does not have one member of parliament. Or indeed an MCA, maybe an MCA. Because the law is very clear that it should be parties with representation in parliament, taking into account as well gender. That matter was canvassed before the judge and a ruling issued. That is what they have rushed with the assistance of Kenya Kwanza to appeal. And because National Assembly had 1 week since the matter was adjudicated upon by a judge, Azimio given 48 hours to give a name, which we did within that stipulated time. Therefore, my brother, Speaker Wetangula, being the chair of Parliamentary Service Commission, should have acted with that 1 week. But gerrymandering, buying time, so they can allow Muli to go to the Court of Appeal, which is what they did. That is the absolute truth. And if Muli as any member of parliament, his party as a member of parliament, then we will also hear. Because that was what was clearly adjudicated. This attempt, therefore, to blame Wiper, to blame me, is completely hogwash, I'm sorry to tell you. It doesn't stand in the face of what is lawful, what the courts have done. And I must congratulate Justice Lenaola for coming out so boldly. We don't expect normally a judge to come as boldly as he did, including during the impeachment process, when even filing system within the judiciary was interfered with by the executive. But those are matters that I think will be dealt with in court. Which I was privileged to co-chair along with the member for that NADCO report had 9 pieces of legislation which were supposed to be passed expeditiously in Parliament. In fact, the speed with which they impeached Gachagua could have been employed, I've said that before, to implement the recommendations of NADCO. The appointing authorities were 2, William Ruto and Raila Odinga. I was answerable to Raila Odinga, but we gave the report to both of them. And then one morning, I'm called and told, go to, they are signing the IEBC now, because that one at least went through, yeah, the Amendment Act to IEBC. One would have expected they amend it when they said, okay, we have now signed into law the Amendment Act of IEBC, that they were going now to move with speed. But instead, putting all manner of clogs and showing political bad faith. That is what I can call it. In fact, my worry now is what happens, because Raila and William Ruto are supposed to consort and agree on who becomes the chairperson of IEBC. We made it so easy for my friend Raila Odinga. I hope he can stand strong and act for once in the best interest of Azimio. Because when I last checked, I was still in Azimio. And the leader is Raila Odinga, who appointed me to NADCO. We need to be able now to act in the best interest of this country. This matter of IEBC is the most urgent issue. The people of Banisa constituency lost their member of parliament over a year ago. They're still waiting for a by-election. And others. Why disenfranchise Kenyans? Because of political expedience. But as I said, I invite you, maybe I can share with you some of my thoughts on why the delaying tactics. And if we do that, do not record me and forward to Itumbi. People are desperate, absolutely desperate. Yes, sir.